That car right there, my 2020 Huracan twin turbo, 1200 horsepower, built by Sheepy Race out in California, is now sold. It's actually sold at the moment. Funny story is, the guy that built it, Alex Soto from Sheepy Race, is actually the one who bought it. So it is sold. I have not been able to ship it out yet because they haven't sent me a transporter to load it up on a truck and get it out there. But it's ready to go whenever. There is one very last thing that I wanted to do before I get rid of it, and that is basically put it on map 4. Full E85, full tank, because I have not done that once. It's been about a year and a half since I bought the car, and I have not, actually, year and a half since I bought the car, probably just about a year since I did the work from Sheepy Race, and not once have I put a full tank of E85 or race gas in general in the car and put it on map 4. Pretty disappointing, but honestly, in Connecticut, there's no ethanol at pumps, so if you want to put ethanol in a car, you have to have a drum of E85 or X98, whatever it is. I believe that is that's E85. But we do have it here. It's just that I never really wanted to put it in, waste that gas, and then, you know, go through a tank, because this thing does guzzle freaking gas like nothing. It goes through a tank in probably like 150 miles. But yeah, never did it, so I want to do it. So today we're gonna do that. We're gonna put it on kill mode, and we're gonna get my reaction to that, because I have put this thing on about a half tank of E85 in map 3, and it was ridiculous. I mean, now I have the Ferrari to replace this thing. That thing drives amazing. It's super fast from factory, which is way faster than this from factory. It's a different drive, but honestly, this car is just, it just puts you in your seat. The Ferrari is fun, but this thing is just like, whoa. So we're gonna see exactly that whoa factor today. And yeah, so we need to fill this thing up with a full tank of E. I did drive it here. I emptied the tank. We have just about a quarter tank on the gauge. So basically, when you do the work from Sheepy or any twin turbo kit, your gas gauge is actually going to stop at a quarter. When you have a quarter tank left on your gauge, that is when you are pretty much empty. So we're pretty much at empty. We have a little bit of 93 left in there, but nonetheless, we're gonna back this thing right up and fill it with E85. It's not gonna be a full tank, but it's gonna be close enough. So we'll do that. If you have ethanol at pumps in your state, then God bless you. We do not. So if you are like us and you don't have ethanol at pumps and you need to get drums, I suggest you get one of these. I believe these are for like farms, but Amazon, like $100, electric.
They make a battery one too.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Make a battery one too. So this nozzle is way smaller than an actual fuel pump nozzle, and the Lambos have a lock on the gas filler, where basically you can't get anything in there as if it's not the size of an actual gas pump. So let's see. Correct. As always, you gotta like pull this lock down and then. Oh yeah, so there's this one right here, and there's also these two up there.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta go.
I was gonna say.
There we go. Oh, she's filling. Actually, you wanna hop in there and just see the gas gauge? Question is, where can I take this thing and go 200 miles an hour? We're not going 200. We'll do a 60 to 130. Realistically, we should bring the draggy and test it.
It's in the Urus.
It's in the Urus?
I think so.
I don't know how to use it. Never have. So everybody is notorious for using draggies in this car and seeing if they could beat the record, which is I think like 3 seconds flat for 60 to 130. What? It is? I guess it's lower than 3 seconds, 60 to 130 in a twin turbo. You're talking stage 2 plus, right? So anyways, this is stage 2 plus. We didn't even go over that. So stage 2 plus, it's not the Mac Daddy kit that they basically released the Mac Daddy kit after I got this done, right after I got this done, and all that the Mac Daddy kit, I believe, is just a billet gear for 3rd gear and the billet manifold. I did not want the billet manifold. I, again, just like the trucks, I'm more focused on looks. Billet is cool and all, but I thought that a white factory Lamborghini cover would look better than a billet one. Full? Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first and last time this thing will ever be on a full tank of E85 in my hands. I promise you, Alex will have it on E85 all the time. So, I mean, I'm just doing what he's gonna be doing. The biggest thing with Connecticut is that it's a small state, obviously. In California, where this thing was built, you could take this thing to the mountains and drive an hour straight in the mountains with no other cars on the road. Again, that's not really straight, which is what this car is built for, to just go very fast in a straight line. I'm sure it'll do just fine in the mountains around a little track, but Ferrari's better for that. That's why I got the Ferrari. Connecticut is more back roads than it is just straight highways, and even if there are straight highways here, for the most part, they're busy. There are other cars, there's cops. I'm not gonna go 220 miles an hour in 5 seconds on a highway in Connecticut, especially when I can only get ethanol from my drum, which is a pain in the ass. So for the most part, this thing is always filled up with 93 octane pump gas. And I mean, if I'm doing that, what's the point? It's 900 horsepower with pump gas, it's 1200 horsepower on ethanol. So it got to the point where I was like, okay, this thing is kind of useless for me because I'm not driving it at its full potential. So what's the point? Because this thing on 900 horsepower pump gas, honestly, the Ferrari feels faster than this thing, bone stock, than this thing does twin turboed with pump gas. Don't know what it is. Obviously, it's making 900 horsepower at the wheels. Ferrari is 710 bone stock, but I think that the Ferrari tuned, which is being done in the next 2 weeks or so, will be pretty comparable. Not to this thing on full E, but you know, maybe on like a half a tank of E, 1000 horsepower this versus an 800 horsepower Ferrari. Ferrari just feels way more violent. Although this thing on full E, I'm sure is ridiculous, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Shop's an absolute mess. We have the Urus. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, you wouldn't know. If you are not subscribed, I would subscribe now by clicking that link right down below. But the Urus is completely apart. If you don't know, it got wrecked, and we are basically gonna fix it, but also make it look better. So the headliner's out. We have the Starlet headliner coming back for this week. We're gonna get that installed, and then all of the rest of the parts. Wheels, brushed wheels coming for this thing. I was gonna keep that a secret, but who cares at this point? I got a white Urus now that's gonna be on brushed wheels. The white F8 is going to be on brushed wheels, and then I also just got word that my 28-inch brushed wheels for my 2022 F450, which is not here, are done. So my wheels that I ordered like 4 months ago are gonna be here before my truck that I ordered 6 months ago, but that's because of the whole microchip shortage thing. Honestly, I've been seeing Platinums, King Ranches, and all the other trim level 2022 Fords come in, but I have not seen a single limited, so maybe it's something with the limited. I don't know, but either way, wheels are gonna be here soon for that. I wanna hook up a trailer, my white gooseneck, with the 450 on brushed wheels, with the Urus on brushed wheels, and the Ferrari on brushed wheels on the trailer, and it'll look primo. And then of course we have the Ford build going down. So tomorrow, this thing won't be on the lift. Tomorrow we should have, not tomorrow, next day we should have the Ram on the lift. But there's a bunch of other things going on this channel, and the reason that I'm saying this to you is because while I'm doing this vlog, I'm also doing a vlog for the Ford, because there are a million things going on. We're not doing one thing a day, we're doing like 10 different things a day, and I wanna film it, so that's what we're doing. So I apologize for wearing the same exact thing that I am in this vlog. When we get back to, so that Alex has a full tank of ethanol, not like he gets it for like $2 a gallon out there anyways. And it's like, what, $10 a gallon if you buy it by the drum?
Well, he gets it way cheaper.
Oh yeah, but it's not as quality. No. It's still ethanol. Might be E60. Tell you what, this sounds 10 times better than the Ferrari. Stock. I keep saying stock because the Ferrari has so much potential when it's done.
So much.
Whoa! Highway, catch up to G! This guy's freaking out, just slammed on his brakes.
Give it some juice under the bridge. All right. Stay next to me.
we at? Where we at, John?
We're gonna fill up the old cooler up in the front with some ice too. Keep them IATs.
For that maximum.
That maximum.
Here we go. Might need 2 more full cups. Coop in the lot. Ice box.
Need more ice.
Tell me how many White Claws we can fit in here.
That's it. That's all we got.
I think 10,
be enough.
10 White Claws.
Yeah, it's plenty. Good. Now we're on map 4 plus. All right, so there we go. So anyways, gonna put a little bit more ethanol in this thing because we used like 1/8 of a tank. Gonna take it back home because that is where it is being picked up from the transporter to bring over to California. And couldn't really get any nice flat spots on the highway without
That
traffic
were
today
open.
that were, you know,
No
good enough to do a nice pull. So anyways, there is one road right by the house that we're gonna swing by to on the way back and test it out, and that'll be my last rip on this thing before it heads out to California. So one last rip, and we can grab the GoPro too from the house. You probably see the Ford's finished in back of me, and it wasn't earlier because it was, yeah, abracadabra.
I'm just gonna beep when to stop.
So good.
Delayed reaction. I was done like 5 seconds ago. Is it at full or it's over full?
It's not full.
It's at full, or I'm gonna go a little more. I'm
Car?
gonna pull this thing back
You have a
in.
low car, you
Oreo L5P? Or is it fucking Acme or
Everybody's saying do polished wheels, and I'm like, nope.
No.
They don't even know. First of all, polished is out and brushed is in, okay? Brushed wheels up on that canvas. That's where my eyes are looking.
Up with them.
Brushed. We had a bunch of polish down there in the corner and over here. 3 back-to-back polished
We were
trucks.
just talking about it.
Were you?
Truck was 10 giveaways ago with on polished wheels. Yeah.
That we got for it. Cause that, yeah, you know,
Polished. Yeah. 1, 2,
All 4.
mine's personal truck.
6. It's okay, whatever looks good, okay? So there is a truck with brushed wheels coming up. I'm not gonna tell you which truck, but patience is key here. There used to be a lot more polish back in
Yeah,
the day.
when it-
You know,
yeah.
when American Forces were 2 weeks out.
Yep.
We still could get polished wheels, not for American Force because they're still like 3 months out and polished. But polish is a pain in the ass to keep clean. If anything, do brushed, like LGMD4 was. That was our only brush truck, wasn't it? It was. Yeah, so we do have another brushed truck coming up, and it's gonna be sweet. So look forward to that. Can't drive this like no Ferrari, I'll tell you that much. I can only give it like quarter throttle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, they say this thing ain't made for no turn like that.
Still half throttle. Ain't that? This thing's never gonna get driven on roads like this again, I'll tell you that much. California, I mean, he's gonna have the mountains, yeah, but no back roads.
There's
Back roads.
no back road.
No back roads.
All right, we are pulling up to our undisclosed location, and we will transfer the camera to John. Let's see if I can do this.
Back to the junk cam! Let's go! Go wait for Jill up here. First of all, now we wait for Gio. Subaru just set the record at about 85, I'd say.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, we hit 150 before we got to you.
I know, yeah.
All right, one more time. Way past what we did before, we still stopped before him.
And that's our cue to go. That's hard with one hand.
So this is my very last drive on this road with this car. Pretty sad, but Ferrari's gonna be sick, and it's okay. I wanted to give John one quick ride before it's gone forever, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do real quick, and it's dark out, so I'm using a flashlight just so you can see his reaction.
Rocket ship. Dude, unbelievable. Oh man. Dude, I'm blown away.
Crazy.
I don't even know what to think. How fast was that? Jeez.
So today was an eventful day. Got to spend the last day with the car, Map 4, for once in its life. And now it's going to experience it a lot more. Yeah, Alex is going to take good care of it. He did build the car after all, so he can do whatever the heck he wants for a hell of a lot cheaper than I ever could. So he's probably, he can make this thing 2,000 horsepower for who knows how much. But anyways, it's going to be in good hands. I am excited to, not really excited, but I'm sad and excited at the same time to let it go, because it frees up space for that thing, which is going to be absolutely sick too. The reason I really wanted to get rid of this thing was, and replaced it with a Ferrari. I mean, I could have kept it and made it 1,500 horsepower. I could have done the Mac Daddy kit, which is just a few different things. But honestly, exterior wise, I wasn't going to change it. I like this setup, so I did want to start something new. I don't really like keeping the same things for very long. I want to have a blank canvas to start on, and if I'm going to start with a blank canvas, I'm not going to do a Lambo again, because honestly, I like the driving 10 times more of the Ferrari, which drives way better on a track, around turns, just in general. Honestly, it's a better driving car, in my opinion. It's a true Italian car. This is made by Audi, so this is an R8. That's a Ferrari. So that's the difference there. It obviously, with the twin turbo and the Ferrari, it doesn't sound as loud as this, but with the exhaust, it's going to change that. It's going to be very, very loud with that, and I cannot wait for that.
Gio's next car is going to be an F40.
Not an F40. Not an F40.
With CarPlay.
Those ride like,
With CarPlay.
I mean, they're old with CarPlay. That's all I need. If it has CarPlay, I'll buy one. But yeah, that thing, it just, I don't know. Want to replace Lambo with Ferrari. So that's what I did. You guys are going to really like that build though. This thing, very nice, simple. We are going a little bit more, I don't know, showy on the Ferrari, I should say. This is like a drag setup with a little bit of a show car twist,
Aesthetic.
you know, lowered. Alex did say it's the lowest car he's ever worked on or put a twin turbo kit in, besides the wide body kits on bags. But I mean, and he drove, funny thing is, he drove it for the first time before he even got, or before he started on the twin turbo kit. He was driving around for a few days, and he said it's the worst riding Lambo he's ever been in. And I'm like, oh. When he came to me saying, oh, why are you the money right now? I was like, what? Didn't you say that you hate driving this thing? He goes, yeah, I'm gonna raise it again. So it's not gonna look this good anymore, but it'll be faster. So that's the plus. But anyways, yeah, Lambo is gone after tomorrow. They're gonna pick it up tomorrow. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, throw it on the battery tender for the last time, because this battery, these batteries like to die a lot. So we got a LiPo in here now, like a $5,000 Braille battery. So add that to the invoice. I'm gonna charge him for that after. I forgot to tell him that. I'm like, oh yeah, it also has a Braille battery. I'm kidding. But yeah, anyways, Lambo's gone tomorrow. Ferrari build coming very soon. We have all the parts for it, so we can get started on that thing like next week, which we will, and it'll be done probably a week after. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. If you did enjoy it, leave a like and maybe subscribe. If not, don't worry. But if you do, thank you. Anyways, I'll see you next vlog.